back when Nyrond was known as the envy of all the Flannis, and its kings had better judgment. The men of House Pykus were regarded as the wisest and most learned in all the realm. Lords and nobles would flock to Realmward seeking advice from them, and even the king himself kept them at court, where their counsel was sought with open ears, often answered with open palms first. Their services came with a price, and they saw their share of gold in those days. They were scholars, mathematicians, scientists, men obsessed with knowledge. Or perhaps obsessed is too strong a word, but their dedication to a higher learning and understanding of things unknown to many was unparalleled. For years and years they had no rival, that is, until the Barchards of Finton rose to power. I suppose I should give some credit to the Barchards. See, over time, kings grew weary of our teachings, calling them dull, flat, and quite stale, and the Barchards preyed on that. They hid behind curtains, listened in on whispers not meant for their ears, slipping in and out of shadows, waiting for the perfect time to strike. And when they did, they struck fast and hard. It was Felden Barchard who offered the king guidance with a more theatrical approach. They entertained these lords and nobles, and even the king himself fell victim to their trickery. Felden played them all like fools, and soon we were no longer allowed to be on that stage. No longer were the kings of Nyrond swayed by fact, evidence, and reason, but instead were enamored by fabricated anecdotes, absurdity, and exaggerated fables. It is not to say the Barchards have nothing to offer. Their fields of study included philosophy, history, and law. They told tales of grandeur and used elements of fantasy to lure them all into their trap. A brilliant idea, and one that solidified them as a house admired for their wealth of knowledge, and the premier family to seek out for guidance and sage advice. Today, the only thing keeping us relevant is Midmeadow, a city for us to rule, and Woodverge, the province in which it resides. A tribute to my forefathers, an embarrassment to my house. Midmeadow is a disaster. Its people lack respect for authority, and there is constant discord between us and them. We have lost all touch with them, and I fear there is no turning back. Since the former ruler, my uncle Sir Radek, died just a few short years ago, things have gotten worse. I was knighted by the old King Arkbold, as only a knight of the realm may serve as a ruler of the city, and was thrown into the fire. Fitting as now our city burns, and there's not much else that can be done to save it. There is a glimmer of hope, however. My sister Visenya is betrothed to the new King Arkbold's son, King Linward. Perhaps she could get us out of this mess if she cares enough to. She seems more concerned with becoming queen than the interests of her own family. We also still have the loyalty of our vassal houses, Decimus, Vitreus, and Valanti, but gods know how deep their fealty runs. Maybe they want to see us burn to the ground. Maybe I might just let it.